Yeah, I will say you all one story. The barber's wife. I studying the barber. There was once a very clumsy barber. The poor man could never cut someone's hair without cutting off a bit of his ear or a shave a man without leaving gashes on his face. Few people came to him, and his family was extremely poor. One day the barber waited all day for customer, but no one came. His wife was very angry when he went home empty-handed. There is nothing for us to eat tonight. I waited to buy some food, but you tell me that you have made nothing all day, she said. As she stepped out of the room, she cried, "If you cannot earn money, then go back for some." The berbers thought this was a good idea. The king was getting married that day and would be sure to be gracious to his people. He set off for the palace. At the palace, he bowed respectfully to the king and begged him to give him something. The king was upset and ordered his minister to grant the barber some wasted land outside the city. The barber returned home delighted. Will asked his wife, "What did the king give you?" "Some land outside the city," he replied. "Oh, you foolish man!" she exclaimed. "Since when have you become a farmer asking for a piece of land? What are you going to do with it?" When her anger had cooled a little, they went to see the land. It was large patch of uneven ground. The woman sank with horror at the thought of the work they would have to put into ploughing the land before they could plant anything on it. But she was never without an idea. For long she ordered her husband to imitate her comment, and soon they were both walking slowly over the land, their sea on the ground as if looking for something. The band of rovers was passing that way. Their lander approached the wife and asked her if they had lost something. She pretended to be strange and said, "Oh, no, nothing at all." When the robber inside, she took him aside and said, "My uncle idea a week ago. Before he died, he told me that he had burned 5 pots of golds. In this field, we are trying to find them, but you must promise not to tell anyone." The robber swore that he would not and left. Soon the barber and his wife returned home. The wife was his high spring. When the two went back to field the next morning, every inch of it had been dug. The barber's wife looked as she explained what had happened, I knew the barber would tell his friend what he had had. The poor things must have spent all night digging up the field to find the gold. Now all we have to do is plant some grain. See both grain on credit from the corn merchant and planted it. The harvest was magnificent, for the land had been dug well. The barber's wife sold the crops for a large sum and they started living in comfort. But the robbers were very sore about being cheated by the robber's wife. They wait and obtain to take revenge. One evening, as it was getting dark, their landlord slipped into the barber's house and hid himself. But the barber's wife saw him. She went into the kitchen, took a hollow bowl, and filled it with garbage on top. She put a layer of sweets, a loud voice where she had put the money. A few minutes later, the barbers came into her room, asked, "Where have you put the money? I hope it's in safe place." His wife replied, "Do not worry, I have put it at the bottom of a bowl which has the sweet. No one will be never find it." The robber smiled and waited until the two were asleep. Then he carried into the kitchen and made off with a bowl of sweet. You can imagine how angry the robbers were when all they found in the bowl was kitchen garbage under the layer of sweets. They swore that they would not rest easy until they had robbed the barber's wife of the money. When summer set in, the day were hot and night were cool, it was more pleasant to sleep outdoor than in rooms. So the barber and his wife put their bed in the backward where the cool night breeze brought on a deep sleep. That night the barber's wife dreamed that she was riding in palanquin. It was very pleasant indeed. She opened her eyes. To her surprise, he realized that she wasted in a palanquin at all. Instead, her bed was being carried away by robbers. What shall I do? She thought. I really have been uh, trapped this time. I cannot expect mercy from them now. Then she had one of them say, "She is so heavy. My shoulder is being too hurt. Let's put the bed down for a while." They placed the bed under a banyan tree, laid down in a dove's oar. The woman knew this was very change to escape. She arranged the bedcloth so that is apparent that she was asleep. Then she climbed up on the tree. She bundled herself up the crouched on the branch. Just as the robber began walking off, she began howling in a howl voice. In the in darkness, the sound was terrifying. She had warped her face and worms in her white cell, and now let the end flap. The robber saw a white figure sitting on the tree, flapping in wind and howling. They were certain that it was a ghost and that the tree was haunted. Scare out their wits, the robbers took to their hills. The barber's wife too hardly stopped laughing. She climbed down from the tree, let's pick up her bed and walk home. The robbers were never heard of in the neighborhood again. To you all, how are my story? To you all, you subscribe, like, and channel comment. You have any doubt, comment to me. Thank you. Bye.